The Secret Path tells the story of Downie Wenjack, a 12-year-old Anishinaabe boy who died while fleeing Cecilia Jeffrey Indian Residential School in Kenora, Ontario, to walk home. Downie's home was 644 kilometers away. Downie was one of the most approximately 1,500,000 Indigenous children forced to attend government-funded church to operated residential schools that forcibly separated innocent children from their families, communities, and cultures in order to assimilate them. The last residential school wasn't closed.
The Downie and Downie Wenjack Fund Legacy School program provides an engaging opportunity for schools to amplify the growing movement of reconciliation in their own communities. We at Crolancia are a legacy school, and we have committed to the work of reconciliation by creating awareness and providing honest, comprehensive, authentic education about residential schools and Indigenous people in Canada.
2 years ago, and thanks to our teacher, Harriet Visitor, who is a member of the Wenjack family, Crolancia School was named the first legacy school in Canada. We have raised over $500 as a donation of the fund. Every year, our students watched and listened to the Secret Path and learned about Chinese journey and the history of residential school. Here are some of the poems that we wrote. Kind of messed up.
Message home. Always think about has dad trying to get home, can't get warm, hunger, explain to school, survive, and cold.
Respect the children, earn the children's love, scared of the men, playing with your sisters. Everyone needs a home. Downie tried to go home to his family, tried but died along the way. Loved his mom and dad. Ogoki Post was his home. Very cold, empty jar of matches.
Our action was to build an outdoor learning area for all of the school to use. The high school students will now tell you all about it.
As part of our outdoor education class, one of our projects was to build an outdoor classroom for the school community to use. It started with Mr. Labine bringing all his tools from home and instructing us on how to properly use the equipment. We learned how to use a miter saw and how to set it up for a variety of different types of cuts. We also learned how to use the laser guide for accurate cutting. We also got to use a variety of different drills, squares, and hand tools to construct our benches.
We learned about the different types of lumber and how they are all measured. Who would have thought that a board called a 2x4 would not actually measure 2x4? We also learned the difference between treated and non-treated wood products, and when you would use each type of lumber. We learned how to follow a building plan and how to make safety a priority when working in a wood shop.
After we constructed several benches, it was time to install them into our outdoor space. We selected an area of the schoolyard and began to prep the ground for installation. We cleaned and raked the ground, dug holes, and installed the benches. We finished the space with a pit fire and dedication of a bench to the Downie Wenjack Foundation. Our outdoor space was complete.
During our outdoor education class, we had many different learning opportunities and experiences. With the help of Miss Blakeney and Mr. Labine, we learned how to set up a Army Ranger wall tent that could be used for winter camping. Brr! Thankfully, they come with wood stoves to stay toasty warm during the 40-degree nights. We also learned a variety of fire starting techniques such as using a flint and steel, magnesium blocks, and homemade fire candles.
Of course, no learning would be complete without friendly competition between teachers and students. I think Mr. Sadler was a ringer.
Go! And Mr. Sadler wins!